Straight to the finish!
Oh my God!
Unbelievable! Whoa!
So what's next for you in terms of your fight career? Because obviously a lot of people thought if Aljamain had been Sean O'Malley, he might move up to challenge you. That obviously didn't happen. You yourself said probably not going to happen. So in terms of your fight career, what are you looking at next?
Yeah, well, you know, obviously there's you got the Ilya fight that's always going to be there. You got that rematch that I want. I want to be active. Obviously Islam and Charles are going at it soon, so you know, I don't want to be waiting around. So I'll do. Yeah, early next year, I think. I wanted this year, but I just think the schedules are just not going to be able to fit me in. I think there's a few champions that need to be fighting, which is fair, but I would have been happy to get one in this year. I really want a free this year, but it's not looking likely. But early next year, we'll get it in, and then hopefully another one not too long after that.
Do you think Ilya would probably be the most realistic opponent for you next, considering Justin Gaethje seems to be under the impression that he's going to be fighting for the lightweight title next?
Yeah, most likely. And again, I want to be active anyway, so I don't want to be waiting around. That's I guess that's one beautiful thing about me. Like at the end of the day, rather than me waiting for a title shot anyway, just keep me busy. I'll fight. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm looking past my opponent, but I've got full confidence in me doing my work in that featherweight division with Ilya. Again, he's tough, durable, but I'll just keep showing that I'm on a whole nother level, and then I got that fight. I think I'm being told Islam wants to be very active, so as long as the schedule still fits the same for me, I don't really care too much.
So in terms of Ilya, what do you make of his skill set in there?
Oh yeah, man, look good skill set. You know what I mean? Does a lot of things right. Like he's neat, but yeah, I just believe you need to have more than that with someone like me. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I think I'm just going to show that I'm too much come fight time.
Will it be unique preparing for an opponent that you can look at eye to eye rather than fighting up?
So when we did a face-off, I thought he'd be bigger. So I was like, oh, I thought you'd be taller, mate. But yeah, I mean, look how much taller people struggle with my range. You know what I mean? Here I am, the short guy, and people are struggling to touch me. So, you know, it ain't going to be easy for him. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to that one because I know, you know, it's exciting. He will talk. He loves to talk. So hopefully that gets people excited. Yeah, so, you know, he doesn't mind. He gets some finishes and that as well. So I think people don't mind watching him fight. And that's, yeah, so that's good. So let him talk, keep it interesting, and then I'll punch him in the face.
And last congratulations on the victory. We see you, the ice bag on your leg. You came in with a crutch. So physically, how are you feeling after that?
Actually, except my calf, I'm feeling good. First one was a good one, and he kicked my nerve on my calf. It threw me a little bit off. It was some adversity in the fight, but I adjusted with great coaches, with a great corner. They got me through the fight.
Landon's obviously was making his UFC debut. Is that the type of fight you expected from him in there?
Honestly, sometimes you get the guy like on, let's say, short notice, newcomer. They are so excited. And the UFC signed him, so he must be UFC level. Sean Shelby doesn't make stupid decisions. He knows what he's doing. And when he offered this guy a contract, that means he's ready. He was pumped, you know. And sometimes a fight is always 50-50. You go in, it's 0-0. It doesn't matter your experience. When you have a guy like him, like a dog, it can be an exciting fight like we had today.
Azra, one more in front. You've obviously been in the UFC for quite a while now, but given everything like that was leading up to this fight, and then what happened yesterday, and then how enjoyable this fight was to watch, where does this win rank in your career?
I don't try to fly too high, you know, because I already saw so much in the UFC. I fought the top 10, and I got excited. I was young. Man, I don't like to speak big. I'm just gonna show next fight, a better fight until I reach top 10, top 5, fight for the title. I'm just gonna let my actions speak. Enough with words.
Can you explain exactly what happened from your perspective in there at the end? Because when we were watching, it was very clearly when his arm kind of snapped and when you rolled up on top of it, that was it. Did you know that he injured his arm in the moment?
I didn't. You know, even though I kind of like heard a pop. You know, sometimes I you know, in training you hear those kind of things and you just got to continue on. But I heard a pop and I went to readjust and he kept saying my arm, and that's when, you know, I can't stop. When he's, you know, saying it, I have to stop when the ref tells me to stop.
Up until that point, how did you think the fight was playing out? Were you confident, like, if it had reached the judges that you would have been the winner?
No, the first round was definitely iffy, especially, you know, like, you know, I had to get used to the boos and everything else around me. So I just felt like the first round I had to, like, see what he had. I heard grunting and his frustration. So I thought he was trying to, like, he thought he could take me out early or take out my leg early. He obviously had some good leg kicks. I don't know if I checked any, to be honest, but like I just felt like I threw some of my kicks, and I felt, you know, like I got to get the job done.
Well, you mentioned the boos after the fight, though. You seemed kind of relish in it. So what was it like fighting here in hostile territory?
Man, I feed off of that stuff, man. It's kind of my thing, you know. It's, you know, I'm living the dream. You know, this is a dream I had since I was small, and you know, no boo's gonna keep me from what I'm chasing and what I want to really accomplish in this career.
And of course, you called out Ian Gary after the fight. What specifically about that matchup do you like?
I think he's a good fighter. I think he wanna go all the way to the top, and so do I. I'm sure he thinks he's one of the best guys in the world, and so do I. And surely we have the same goals of being world champion eventually. And being in the UFC for me means I'm here to fight the best guys in the world. I'm not here to fight bums or fight guys that nobody knows about. I'm here to fight the best guys in the world and make money. So yeah, if I can do both at the same time, perfect.
Well, he's obviously very young in his career. You're just starting in the UFC. Is that a fight you would want early, or would you want that later down the road where you guys are both contenders and maybe it's a bigger fight in like a couple of years?
Yeah, whatever. Like, I'm ready to fight anyone now. Like, to be honest, I train with the best guys in the world on a daily basis, you know. I can fight him end of the year, I can fight him later on, it doesn't matter. It just gives me more time to improve anyway. So I guess for him, the earlier is the better. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
And last one for me on Ian. He's very polarizing. A lot of fans like him. A lot of fans think he's kind of annoying. So I'm curious, what do you think of him as a fighter and a person?
I agree. I think he's annoying.